Okay, so now the scarf. Oh Lord, the infamous scarf. So
Oh, yes.
look, I didn't want to talk about this because it gets me very, very emotional.
Mm,
But I have to now. Hussy, I mean, I don't want his narrative to be the one that's out there because it's not true.
okay.
What happened, Mitsu? Vikki, I have to say something. Um, exactly. That's how I feel too. Even though I did do a lot, but
Hey, look at what G
so
wrote. G
G.
said, no, Steph. He was mad that she didn't speak up. Or when people were saying that he didn't ask for a wellness check and then outed you for being on the phone. He thought he had a got you moment.
Oh yeah, yeah. He was like, he said it all slow, and Vikki was there.
I
And
didn't see it as tea. Like, honestly, like, that to me is not tea. Like, that at the end of the day, that was like, his choice to do that. If you were trying to, like, give him some guidance or help him out or whatever, or even talk him out of it, yeah, you're going to be on the phone. That doesn't mean you was conspiring to have police sent over there. Anyone
ugh,
that's talked to you knows you wouldn't do that. So it's like, that's not, to me, that's not tea. That's not an out moment. But, you know, I
I
think at
would
the end of the day,
never. Go ahead.
knows that certain people are gonna get all, you know, uh, their seats are gonna get all wet when they think that you got something to do with some of this
Right.
bullshit, and that's why he wanted to talk about it. And
People
that's some
want.
primary shit. Like,
Yeah, he wants. You know what? He wants something ominous to happen to me. I guess now that we're not cool, and
yeah,
I'm speaking up. So I brought over a friend, we'll say, because I don't need to get into all the detail. If he wants to, he can. But I'm gonna say my piece. I brought a friend to his house. Uh, Everything was fine. Now the part he's not saying, which is a really, really important part. I brought this person back to my house, and I was very drunk. Oh God, so embarrassing. Thanks. This is great. I was really drunk and I was being super irresponsible and I fell asleep. And when I woke up, my mm, my wedding ring, my 10th, and I'm not even shitting you, my wedding ring was like fucking 10 grand. My wedding ring was the most expensive
mm,
thing I owned. It was beautiful. My beautiful, beautiful wedding ring was stolen. Ugh. My wedding ring was stunning. Anyway, the most sentimental thing, I feel like such an
mm,
asshole because of it. I can't even, this has, that moment has changed everything. I mean, it was the worst thing that could possibly happen. My
yeah,
wedding ring.
don't. I
Right.
feel you, but you know,
So, um, he was really supportive when I lost it or when it was gone. I was freaking out. I went to the cops. I didn't want to. I mean, obviously, I had to tell my husband that I lost our wedding ring. It was just awful. It was just all awful
yeah,
altogether.
it's a bad situation all around.
Yeah. And Hussy was talking to me about it, telling me what he thinks he was there for me in that situation.
Mm,
Um, and then a couple weeks down the line, he's like, my Gucci scarf is gone. And I'm like, that's interesting.
mm,
And then he's like, do you think it was that dude? And I'm like, I don't know. I really don't know. So he goes, you know what? It was the housekeeper. So he's blaming the housekeeper.
mm,
Um, Really, he just kept saying it was $400. It was $400. He wanted $400. So yeah, a couple weeks later, and he's like, You know what? It was the housekeeper. I'm gonna call on the housekeeper and maybe the company will reimburse me. And I'm like, don't do that because what if the housekeeper has children and we
Mm.
don't know who it is? So don't, first of all, you know how many times we go out and I don't want to say, but he has company sometimes. So
Alright.
there's
Mm.
no proof or anything. So then
Right.
he told me he wasn't going to do that with the housekeeper because I guess I gave him so much shit. And then maybe like a, a week later, he's like, "Oh,
Mm.
I called in on the housekeeper and they won't reimburse me." Of course they won't reimburse you. What the hell?
Right, of
Um,
course. I mean,
yeah. And I was
but
like, "Oh, damn." So then they didn't want to reimburse him, so he got a new housekeeper. And then when I got on stream and I was like, oh, also, he was saying he was calling me and texting me. No, he called me once and then he changed his number because Next put it online. That's what happened with that.
mm.
Um, and what was I
What
saying
about
about the
what
story?
about what he said about it was a lie? Because I know your mind is probably all over the place. Because you wanted
Yeah,
to correct something that he said that wasn't true. What about his whole account wasn't true
the
with
the
the
account.
scarf thing? Yeah, because he said that the scarf got stolen by the guy.
Oh, right.
And
So
okay.
before he said that, well, he had said, "Oh, you think it's the guy?" Before he had said that, no, he had said that we kind of mulled it over because we didn't know. And also
Mm.
he does his own escapades. So then he had blamed the housekeeper. He called, tried to get the money from the company. The company didn't give it to him. Who knows what happened to that poor fucking housekeeper? Then he Oh, so then I went on stream and I said I think what Vidal said was wrong, but Vidal had taken it back. And,
Mm.
let's let bygones be bygones. He didn't like that I said that. And then I get a text message from him, "You owe me $400." I said, "I will not be doing that." And then he's like, "I'm taking you to court." So he threatened
Why
me
does
with
everybody go to
court.
court? Everybody
I
wants to go to
don't
court.
know. He goes, "Oh, the dude that stole your engagement ring?"
Good God. Hmm.
Yeah, that guy. You owe me $400 for that. So I lost $10,000 in so much sentimental value,
Mm.
and you lost a fucking dumb scarf.
Yeah, but it's a Gucci scarf
And
now.
I'm supposed to pay for you, which we don't even know who
Right.
took the scarf or if he
No.
lost it on his drunk nights out. We don't
I
know.
mean, it's pretty bold to do that living in the same city with someone. Like, you try to shake me down for money. I don't know. So it's kind of unfortunate that he's doing that. But, he at this moment, he's like lashing out. That's really what it is. And
Yeah.
that's why I was like, let him rant. Let him do what he's doing. He's lashing out at the moment. So
It's
it's
not like
unfortunate
he's
on
leaving
your
out
end.
all these parts. So, oh my god, he stole my scarf. Where's the proof? Why are you telling my business out there? I don't tell what happened when you know what? No. No, no,
Yeah,
no. Cuz I'm
leave it
not shitty
alone.
like you.
Look, this is a great lesson. And when you meet people, if you see that they don't move the way that you move, pay attention to that, because they will always go back to how they operate the minute they don't like you no more, and
I'm
you
just
see what's
thinking
going
about
on.
all the people cuz he's on his stream like, "Oh, it was a lot of people who told me about you." Yeah, who? Crooked Halo? Who else? Who? Name them.
Well, that's his default position. Look, I've said it plenty of times. I'm indifferent when it comes to Hussy. I don't. I'll enjoy him when I enjoy him. I think he could be funny at times, but for the most part, I'm under no illusion that this man, that we're friends or anything. That's not what's going on. So that seems to be his default position. Okay, I don't like you anymore. So now all these things are bad about you. And you see him doing that with different people. So you kind of got to take it with a grain of salt and realize that this is a rambling of someone who just
Oh
doesn't
my
like you.
god. Tyler Scott. Thank you so much. Stop. Don't make me cry. I think we all knew that you were too good for him when you started advocating for him. Let's get me. Oh, no, don't say this. Oh my god, no. Thank you so much, Tyler. You have no idea how appreciative I am of that. Holy shit. Thank you so much. So, so much. Thank you. Um,
But you just gotta let him
Tyler.
ramble. It'll pass. It'll
Um,
pass.